I got this Southland dump trailer 1 year ago, and I honestly didn't know if it was going to be one of those tools that would sit around most of the time or actually get put to good use. And after a full year of building projects, cutting branches, tearing off my deck, removing concrete, hauling materials, and some small excavation projects, I finally know the answer. In this video, I'll show you everything we've used the trailer for, some of the things I love about it, what I'd change, and whether I'd recommend it to a DIYer or a property owner. I'd like to thank Southland Trailers and Laurel Trading Post for providing the trailer and helping make this video possible. We'll start by hooking up the truck to the trailer, and we'll go pick up some branches. The trailers come stock with a hand crank to raise and lower the jack, so I bought a drill adapter to make the process go quicker. Once it was all hooked up, I headed down to the ravine. Got quite a few dead branches we cleaned up from some of the bushes. I try to load it a little less full toward the front so that I can work with the tarp that will go over the load when it's done. That's what it's looking like, so we'll get in there and cut some things down, compress it a little bit. Here's a look at the branches after compressing them by doing a few cuts. You can see most of them are at or below the top level of the dump trailer. So we'll have quite a bit more room for more branches. I ended up being able to put in a bunch more branches, and this time I wanted to see how well a mini excavator could compress the branches, and it ended up working really well to compact everything. Disposal sites, of course, require loads to be covered, and the built-in tarp makes it easy. There are a bunch of tie-down spots to add bungees and straps to secure loads additionally. You might wonder why I didn't do a burn pile, but we have burn bans most of the summer out here due to forest fires, so loading it up in a dump trailer and taking it to our local tree limb disposal is really handy. This 7-foot wide by 14-foot long trailer only weighs 3,704 pounds, which is one of the lightest dump trailers I found when I was researching all the different brands, yet it's engineered with a gross vehicle weight rating of 17,421 pounds, so it is a very strong trailer. Next on the list was to take a load of junk out to the dump. The F-150 will haul a load like this without a problem, but I did add airbag suspension to prevent the rear of the pickup from sagging, and you can see I'm inflating them here, and the distance between the tire and wheel well is increasing. A half-ton pickup is certainly capable of hauling this trailer with lighter loads, although you'll want a bigger pickup to utilize the trailer should you haul heavier loads and equipment, and we'll talk about that later in the video. There we go.
We got everything. My one husband, the snack is in there.
Oh, perfect. Okay, good.
Water and the milk.
Great. That's good news. The doors swing open to the left and to the right and then lock in place before dumping. Before having a dump trailer, it was always miserable having to lift and sweep everything out of the trailer, and it would just take way longer. So this has been a game changer for getting rid of branches or home renovation junk. Moving on, here we are at a rental we take care of, and a big trailer like this makes quick work of clearing some overgrown trees in the patio area. I chose to go with the lower sidewall option, which is 20 inches of steel and then about 26 inches in height after the wood is added. The boards that come stock are not stained or sealed, so one upgrade I did do was to do a couple coats of wood stain to spruce them up and keep them protected longer. A lot of people load equipment on these trailers, so if the wood gets banged up or broken, you just replace the board, and you could easily paint the boards to match your company's colors if you wanted to for your business. Let me know if you have any questions about dump trailers and picking out the right one for your needs, or if you have any tips about choosing the right dump trailer or feedback on one you already own. The trailer has been a huge help for landscaping around the property. I'll often go to the local tree nursery or to a local place that sells screened topsoil for various backyard projects. We got lots of dirt. Yep, climb on up.
Oh, yeah.
About 1.5 yards, buddy.
Where did you get all that dirt?
Oh, at Cashman's nursery. One of the first spring projects was to put some topsoil around the new basketball hoop we installed, and you can do quite a bit with 1.5 yards, and getting it at the nursery was about $45 per yard, but it's closer to $25 or so at some of the gravel yards, so I'll go to those gravel yards when we get larger loads. Boom. Usually we get topsoil because of honey-do projects requested by my better half, and one of them was to add some to her raised garden bed.
What is this going to turn into?
I don't know.
What does it look like?
If we have leftover topsoil, we'll use it to fill low spots and to get better topsoil around the hockey rink area. Now, being able to pick up materials anytime we want without paying for a whole truck or expensive delivery fees has been so convenient for us. This has an aluminum box, which cuts down on weight, and it's used to store the battery, hydraulic pump, and then some tools. There's a solar panel and a charge controller to keep the batteries topped off, so I honestly rarely plug it in to charge the battery. If you do plan on hauling heavier loads in this trailer, you're going to need a bigger truck that weighs more, has better suspension, better brakes, and that is built to haul. And for that, we use an older 2002 Ford F250 7.3 liter Power Stroke. Here we're adding a little more topsoil since there's so much clay in the soil, and the doors on the back do have chains to help gauge and lay material out evenly. I'm just doing piles here, but I could spread it out more evenly if I wanted to. Oh, ouch! You're strong. Another reason I went with the 14-foot long version is because I can fit my Bobcat S650 skid steer in the back or the mini excavator. Now, they're currently used around the property for the most part, but I like having the ability to haul them to a friend's or a family member's home to help out with projects. The aluminum ramps only weigh about 35 pounds, which is crazy light, and having those rear stabilizer jacks that drop down is a must if you're going to be loading equipment. The skid steer is around 8,200 pounds, and the mini excavator comes in at 7,200 pounds. Loading and unloading the equipment is pretty straightforward, and it gets easier every time you do it. A lower tilt trailer would be nice, but for one all-around trailer that can haul materials and equipment, I chose going with a dump trailer, and I've been really happy with my decision. The Bobcat E32i mini excavator loads up easily as well, and I can get the arm to fit in the front corner at an angle. Now, as you can see, having the lower sides for a dump trailer does make loading and unloading equipment easier. The aluminum ramps store on the underside of the trailer. Now, I've loaded and unloaded the equipment a lot over the last year, and I've really been impressed with the ramps. It's especially nice not having to deal with heavy steel ramps. Here's the heavy-duty D-rings in each corner. You'd of course use your heavy-duty chains to tie down any heavy equipment or straps to tie down lighter things. I backed the trailer over a hill so I could get the stabilizer jacks out to modify them. On our uneven ground, sometimes I couldn't lock the jack because the terrain was higher on the backside, so I drilled a few additional holes on each of the legs. This was an easy modification, but the cool thing is Southland heard this feedback from customers and from myself and has already made the change on new trailers going out, so they definitely listen and are always looking for ways to continue to improve their trailers. One of the bigger excavating projects I took on this spring was to put an in-ground trampoline in the backyard. Digging a hole 3 feet deep and 15 feet by 15 feet generates a surprising amount of dirt. And this way we could load the fill directly in the dump trailer and then take it to another spot on our property. This particular trailer has two 8,000-pound axles, And it has a Champion scissor jack rated to lift 9 tons. The cord on the remote control to dump the trailer is pretty long, but something I'd like to see as an option is a wireless remote so I could raise or lower it while pulling the vehicle ahead to dump material. This isn't a must, but I might try and find a kit to add this feature, so if you have a recommendation, let me know. Our 4-year-old Jack loves to help out and to be part of projects, so he came out to check out the process and to help dump the next load of dirt.
What'd you think of that?
Another material we've picked up quite a bit of with the dump trailer is gravel and washed rock. We've used it for driveway maintenance, for concrete preparation, and then for drainage projects like at the bottom of our in-ground trampoline. Having the sidewalls also makes it easy to haul sod, which we ended up using around the trampoline area.
Mama.
Is that fun, buddy?
Yeah.
Good. We've been preparing to do a big addition to our 1970s split-level home, and the dump trailer has been a game changer. We will reuse all the decking that I removed, but I was able to transport the wood for storage and to use the dump trailer as a work area to nail each of the boards. We removed a total of 15 concrete pillars, and being able to transport them in the dump trailer was helpful. In the past, I've rented the big roll-off dumpsters for remodels, and there's certainly a place for them, but I only needed to run a couple loads to the dump over a month period or so it was much more cost efficient and convenient for us. Got the entire chimney loaded up in the dump trailer. This works great for all this debris. This load ended up weighing 3,200 pounds and was $77 to dump. There we go. So if you're a contractor or a DIYer and you do a lot of renovations, I could certainly see it being worth investing in a dump trailer. And without ours, we'd have most likely rented one or rented a dumpster. Which brings up the topic of renting your dump trailer out when you're not using it, or even as a full-time business. People will rent out their dump trailers in our neck of the woods for around $100 to $150 per day. And many people build businesses around renting them, which is pretty cool. This works really well for loading attachments. We rented a post hole auger this weekend, and they're able to just load it up in the back, and then I can unload it here with the skid steer. You can also haul plenty of concrete bags with a dump trailer. Here I picked up 22 bags, which is 1,760 pounds, and used them for a playhouse project for the kids. Cutting and harvesting firewood is also made easier with a dump trailer. We'll cut the firewood down to size and then split the logs. Here I'm just using a little electric kinetic splitter, which does quick work and has a quick cycle time, but we'll use a hydraulic splitter for larger rounds. Then I load up the trailer and dump it at the house. It's honestly pretty slick. As far as cost goes, it's going to vary by dealer, but at the time this video was made, the 2026 model is around $12,500 at Laurel Trading Post near Billings, Montana, where mine came from. And this one includes an electric jack, which is a nice upgrade. Mine is actually a 2025 model. All right, guys, thanks so much for sticking around. Hopefully this video so far has given you some ideas on the various uses of a dump trailer. And now the biggest question you probably have is a dump trailer right for your situation? Maybe as a property owner or an average DIYer. Now in our case, it absolutely has been. We use this all the time. And one of the most handy parts about it is just being able to pick up materials whenever you want to. So getting your topsoil or your gravel for various projects around the property and not having to get a dump truck to haul in, to have to wait for that, to have to pay for that added expense. So that's been really handy. Also for hauling heavy equipment or equipment of any sort, this is really handy. It's nice to have those side rails up there and to be able to cover anything. If I am doing larger loads, I will get out the F250. Since I like to haul primarily with the 150 or the 250, a 14 foot is perfect. Now, if you're gonna be primarily hauling with a 1500 or a 150, a half ton, you can also get a smaller size. So you could get a 10 foot long trailer if you'd prefer. And that's going to do the job as well. We've also hauled you know, heavy concrete attachments for skid steers. And it is just a handy tool. We use it a lot more than I thought I would, to be honest. I want to thank Southland Trailers. They sponsored this video. They've been so kind, and they're a family-owned business based out of Lethbridge, Canada. They sell all over through their dealerships in the USA and Canada. They are just really good people, so I would feel good about getting a trailer there if you ever were looking. Make sure to do your research, look through all the brands, and find the best fit for you. Like I said, I love this because it's light, yet it's engineered and made to be super strong, and there's just a lot of features that I found very worth it for my situation when I was trying to figure out what I should do for a dump trailer. So let me know if you have any questions. If you have a dump trailer, I'd love to hear about your feedback on what trailer you own, and if you have any advice for others looking to purchase a dump trailer, or if you think it might be worth it. All right, thanks again for watching, guys. Cheers.